For today's real talk question, I'm going to do a little bit differently because I'm going to respond to a comment because I think that comment is really important. And it comes from Anita Ishawata Harden McNew. And what she says is, I just want someone to listen to me talk about living with a spouse with Alzheimer's who won't tell me what to do or how to think or feel. Now, the reason why I think this is so important is I think as human beings, we misunderstand and under-evaluate the importance and impact of simply listening. See, we think that like the best thing we can do for someone to empathize with them is when they tell us they're having a trouble, like in Anita's case, dealing with a partner who's struggling with Alzheimer's, to empathize, I have to try to help you. And the best way to try to help you is to tell you what to do. Like, what I would do is ... Or what I would do in that situation is this, or this. What I think you should do is, and I understand that comes from a good place. Like, it comes from trying to help people. It comes from wanting to make a difference for people. But it really is an awful thing to do because you make people feel inadequate when you do that. When the most helpful thing you can do is listen. Because when you listen to people, you give them the benefit of the doubt and you give them the experience that you think they're doing the best that they can do in a really, really difficult situation. My grandmother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and that ultimately is what ended her life. It was a very, very difficult phase in my family's life and in my life to watch her deal with that. And I would have punched someone in the throat if they had told me the way I should be handling it or not. I would have handled that really, really poorly because it was such a difficult experience that it's something that you have to just go through. Like, you can't assume that just because you think you know something, that's something the other person should hear. You can't even assume that if you've been through something similar, that your experience is similar enough that you need to tell the other person. What people need is care. Anita doesn't need your advice. She needs a hug. Anita doesn't need your judgment. She needs your shoulder to cry on at times. Anita doesn't need your advice. She needs the world to be a soft place for her to land. And I think that's true in my work as a psychotherapist. I often think that's true with our clients. Like, they don't always need advice. Sometimes they just need somebody to hear them so they can sort themselves out and feel more comfortable in this world. And one of the biggest things we do wrong, and one of the most disrespectful things we do, is we think that people need our help when they don't. What people need is your care and your kindness. And one thing for sure people do not need is your judgment. And advice is a very clever way to wrap judgment. So when you see Anita, if you know her, just listen to her. Give her a hug and allow her to cry in your space and to just be a soft place for her to land. That is the best way that we can show care to people. And I think if we did that more often, this world would be a kinder place. So, Anita, thank you for leaving this comment. I think it highlights something really important, and I hope that some of the words I shared will make a difference for you or anybody in a scenario close to yours. You know, the Real Talk series is really important to me, and I love to interact with the audience, so please leave a comment on this video. Send me an email with a question that you'd like me to address. Send me a text message. You can reach me at 972-426-2640. I would love to help you. I would love to make a video. And if you leave a comment, if you send me a question, if you send me an email, I just might make the next video for you.